We need to take a look at the front pages of our daily newspapers, and we'll start off with the Business Day. That's our first newspaper this morning. So Business Day leading with PwC sees tax hikes to plug holes. And Godongwana's budget could raise either personal income tax or VAT, that's VAT. PwC has penciled in an increase in personal income tax or in the VAT rate by the National Treasury to raise the additional 15 billion rand in revenues that Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana announced he would need during the medium-term budget policy statement. So, in other words, that does not bode good for you and I that are earning and paying that personal income tax. So looks like that's what they're forecasting. It may move higher, but that's what we'll find out tomorrow. Remember, the medium-term budget, not the medium-term budget, the budget is going to be announced tomorrow by the Finance Minister. Then ANC hands over records to the DA. They met the deadline. That's a story that I'm sure a lot of papers are leading with. ANC handed over its cadre deployment records to the DA after a 3-year legal battle to avoid disclosing internal party records detailing how it appoints loyalists to public sector posts. The photograph there is activists march in Goma in the Democratic Republic of Congo, calling for an end to the fighting between the M23 rebels and the Congolese army. Remember that our Defence Force officials who were killed in the line of duty are now going to be repatriated. They're arriving here in South Africa today. Amplats expects to lay off 3,700 workers. Anglo-American Platinum initiated a Section 189A process that is likely to result in these retrenchments across its platinum mining business as it seeks to reduce 5 billion rand in costs. And then NGOs seek advice over punitive grant amendments. And that's a coalition of NGOs advocating for a universal basic income grant to cushion the poor against hardship in legal advice after Social Development Minister Lindiwe Zulu published punitive draft amendments to regulations governing the 350 Rand a month COVID-19 social grant of distress or SRD grant. All right, that's the Business Day. Very heavy this morning. Lots of news in that one. So let's have a look at your next paper, which is the Star. And the Star, head teachers on pupils hit list. Wow. All right. Grade 6 learner shot principal to prevent the school from contacting his parents. Remember the story? Remember, this was our question of the day yesterday. The principal of Primrose Primary School in Germiston was shot by the 13-year-old grade 6 learner who aimed to prevent the school from contacting his parents and evading disciplinary consequences. Gosh. Education authorities disclosed that the youngster had premeditated the shooting with the intention of targeting 3 teachers at the school, not just one. So remember, the principal, I'm not sure what condition he's in, but he's recovering. So the pupil actually wanted to attack 3 of them. Anyway, other story, taxpayer cash used for ANC election drive. The DA, Solium Simanga, has accused Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi of using millions of rand of state resources to launch an ANC election campaign. So there's the accusations. And Sekunjalo triumph in bank battle in another victory for the Sekunjalo group of companies. The Western Cape High Court dismissed Standard Bank's application for leave to appeal. An interim interdict against the closure of the group's bank accounts has been dismissed with cost. So that's that one. Let's leave the Star. Let's move on to our next one, which is the Citizen. This is the one they're leading with. Peace pipe for DA and EFF. With such different ideologies, it is unlikely the DA and EFF will form any sort of partnership after this year's elections, even though there is a strong possibility that if they did team up, they could oust the ANC from government. Again, this is an expert's opinion. Wheels of Justice, and this is the Hawks head office in Silverton, receiving 19 brand new vehicles as part of their efforts to fight crime. 62 vehicles were procured for the Directorate's 2023-2024 financial year. So that's their big story over there. And then let's just finally look at the Sowetan this morning. We've made progress. Premier outlines a catalogue of achievements by his government in fighting crime, creating jobs and supporting township businesses. That's Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi marching in there with, this is before his State of the Province address at the Nasrec Expo Centre in Johannesburg last night. And this one, fashion takes to the skies and pupil used WhatsApp to plan principal's shooting. All right, that is where we'll leave your newspapers for this morning. And We, of course, will continue to update our website with all of the news throughout the day. You can catch breaking news stories if you missed anything, interviews, podcasts from radio and television and our online. This is where you go, sabcnews.com. Also, remember, download that SABC Plus app and you'll be kept up to date with everything this morning.